Ah, yes, another day, another spiral. What up, reader fam? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be finding out how many books I'll read before I die and also how long it'll take me to finish my TBR. So essentially today I woke up and decided to attack myself rather than just live in peace. I found these articles online about how to calculate both of these things, and of course curiosity got the best of me, and so that's what I'm going to be doing today. A part of me knows that I should not do this to myself because I already spend more time worrying about how much I'm reading rather than just actually freaking reading, and I feel like this is going to make me trip up like that even more. Also, can we just take a second to talk about just how dumb, how obnoxious, how stupid it is to worry about how much you're reading? Like, every little thing is gonna be alright. Like, just read, stop worrying about how much you're reading. It's not that big of a D. And by D, I mean deal. Let's start off with the how many books am I going to read before I die assessment. I didn't fully look into how this is going to go down beforehand because who does research before a video? Couldn't be me. Okay, so basically what I'm getting here is that we have to go to a government website and find out my life expectancy. That'll reveal my death date. By the way, speaking of death, do you ever think about like who you're gonna pass on your book collection to? Like, who should I put in my will as the person that's gonna get all my books? Like, I want it to fall into the hands of somebody who's going to keep it and appreciate it. I don't want it to end up going to auction. That's actually something that makes me really sad when I go to auctions and I see all these books being sold off. I'm like, but this beautiful collection isn't being passed off to another reader in the family? Did they not give birth to a reader? The horror! One of my biggest fears is that my future children will hate reading. And should that be the case, I'll give them up for adoption. Kidding, mostly. Okay, time to get morbid. I've only got nearly 53 years left of my life. Why does that seem not so far away? Like, I know it's really like pretty far away, like I've got 53 solid years, but that just seems so short. I'm mourning my own death and I'm still alive. The thing is, this obviously does not factor things in like my health situation, my diet, my family's health history, all factors that could lead to me dying earlier than this. It also doesn't factor in that I could just like be standing in front of my bookshelves one day and the next thing I know, they've tipped over and I've died at the hands of my books. Or I could be driving to the bookstore one day and car crash. I'm dead. Anyway, now we have to go and see how many books I average a year, so I'm gonna look at my Goodreads challenge. Which, why doesn't it show you the challenges you failed? Like, I still wanna know how many books I read that year, even though I embarrassed myself by not reaching my reading goal. Oh wait, I'm dumb. You can see it through your past year in books. I love myself. I do. I really love myself. Okay, so wow, I'm like really all over the board when it comes to my reading. We go from 16 books in 2012 to 54 books in 2013, 69 books in 2014, 101 in 2015, 68 in 2016, 76 in 2017, 96 in 2018, 46 in 2019, and 64 in 2020. Like, your boy is all over the board. Talk about a bumpy reading road. And that's on not being a very consistent reader. And that's also on the years I've had reading slumps. Curse them. Okay, gotta do some math, even though your boy hates math, but I gotta find my average. There's a reason I'm not in school anymore, yeah. Okay, if my calculations are correct, my average is around 65 books. But I'm also terrible at math, so we have to kind of factor that in. So we take the amount of books, which is 65, and we multiply it by the years of life I have left, which is a whopping 53 years. Why does that feel so short? About to die in the blink of an eye. Okay, we've got 65 times 53. Ooh, this is more math than I've done in 4 years and I'm not about it. Okay, so the amount of books that I am expected to read in this next 53 years of my life, 53 years before I die, is a whopping total of 3,445 books before I knock on the gates of heaven begging to get in. That does not seem like a lot. Like, I want to read more than that in the next 53 years. I want to challenge myself to read like 10,000. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I'm gonna put a full stop to that real quick because your boy is not gonna read 10,000 books before he dies. I wish I could, but let's be real, I could never. But also, now that I think about it, there's also a sure chance that I will begin to slow down later on in life. Like, by my 70s, I'm sure I'll have slowed down quite a bit and I'll lose lots of brain power and it'll be hard for me to read. So I'm sure the number is even less than this. This is making me sad and I don't want to think about it anymore. I just really hope that by the time I'm in my 70s, the line they let out a breath they didn't realize they were holding has gone extinct. Next up, I'm going to see how many years it's going to take to finish finish my TBR. This is from readitforward.com, and you can plug in some information and see an estimate of just how long it'll take you to finish your TBR. First up, you have to input how many books are in your TBR. Now, I honestly don't know how many books I have on my physical TBR. In fact, it's one of those things where I refuse to count up how many unread books I have, because what's the point in doing that when it will just overwhelm me and not make me want to read? I'm not about that life. To each their own. If that's something that motivates you, let it motivate you. Even though technically doing this is going to overwhelm me, we love making sense. We love being hypocritical. Anyway, not me always being awful to myself. My guesstimate, I would have to say, is like around 400 books? I'm not very confident in that answer. It could be more, it could be less, which I know is a lot. Don't come for me. I come for myself enough. I'm pretty sure I have more read books than unread books, so it's fine. It's not fine, but we're gonna brush it under the rug and act like it's fine. Okay, 400 books, then we enter how many books I read last year. I read 64 books last year, which really, last year was kind of an off reading year for me just because of Corona, but I'll go ahead and type in 64. Let's calculate it up, baby. Oh, okay! Reading all 400 books will take 6 years and 3 months. Excuse me! And I'll finish my TBR on June 13th, 2027. Excuse me! That is way too future. It's already hard enough for me to wrap my mind around it being 2021. The thought of 2027 makes me want to vom. The sad part is that this doesn't factor in my book buying addiction. And this is also a guesstimate of how many books I have on my physical TBR. Like, it could be less, it could be more. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, enough thinking about it. We're done with that. No more. I'm just gonna poof! It's out my mind. We're not thinking about it anymore. It's fine. I honestly shouldn't have done this because out of sight, out of mind, but now it's in my lap and I'm struggling to digest this. So that's enough of me attacking myself today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, whatever it was. I will leave links down below to both of these assessments, I guess it's what you could call them. I really want to know what your results are, so please be sure to leave them down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to go and hit that like button. If you want to see more bookish content from me, be sure to go and hit subscribe or go and hit that bell icon and you'll be notified every time I post new videos. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope your day is bright, that tomorrow is brighter. Keep reading what your heart desires, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye-o! Life is like a box of books. Life is like a box of books. What am I trying to do? Can't wait to be judged for the amount of unread books I have. Really love putting myself out on the internet. Yeah! Y'all, I need a haircut bad. Ow! It's stuck. It's rough, man. I'm gonna go bald. I'm gonna go bald. I'm not gonna go bald. I just don't know what to do with my hair.